Greetings and salutations. Kim Robron here from WUW Productions, brought to you by Fact TV serving Bellows Falls and Keene. We're here today at the Putney Renaissance Fair in Putney, Vermont. They do a fundraiser here every year for the grammar school. This is their second year back since the pandemic. We're here today to talk to some vendors and patrons to see what they love about this adorable little fair. Let's get in there and have some fun. Okay, so we're here for our first interview. What is your name and your role in this event?
Great. My name is Melanie Brubaker-Danzy. I am the Director of Admissions and Community Engagement for the Grammar School, and I am the chair of the Medieval Fair along with some families.
How long has this event been going on and when did it start?
Great. I believe this is our 36th annual Medieval Fair. It started as a medieval feast and a mummers play as part of our curriculum and our social studies programming. And then, a parent one year built one of our zip lines, and then another parent the next year built another game. And so year after year, it's just grown into now this community event. 30 years later, we get over 1,000 people every year. And it really was grown and has been run by our families.
If someone wanted to be involved in this event, how would they proceed?
Oh, awesome. You could email me, mdanzy@thegrammarschool.org, or just give us a call. We start planning and organizing each summer. So in June, before the next year, is when we start. And then we are always taking volunteers, especially high school students looking for volunteer hours.
Do you have any favorite parts of the event that will be around next year that people should start to get excited for now?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, we always have our king and queen in our royal throne room. Once you've participated in 7 out of 10 activities, you can be knighted by our king and queen. Our newest event this year is an apple slingshot that, again, was built by one of our parents this year, and you can launch apples at targets. And then we always have pony rides and 2 zipline rides that are some of our most popular attractions.
Is there anything else you'd like the people to know about the event?
Mostly that it is an event that really represents the grammar school. It's run a lot by our parents. It's homespun, it's cozy, and it maintains both a sense of learning and curricular engagement, but also whimsy and play and joyfulness.
Are there a lot of other curricular activities that you do every year that's sort of like this?
This is definitely our biggest public event. We also do, in the spring, we do a Ski to End Hunger, where we raise over $5,000 each year to support the Putney Food Bank. And our students, as part of our cross-country ski program, they ski laps around our lower field to raise money for the food bank. We also host blood drives, and then we do a number of other events to try to be a good neighbor within Putney and within our community.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Hi there. So what's your name and what organization are you working for?
My name's Noah Elbers, and I'm with Orchard Hill Breadworks.
So what brought you to the Renaissance Fair today?
Well, I was invited to come make soup
Do you make your soup like this at home as well?
every day.
Every day. That sounds like a lot of...
This cauldron is set up right in my front yard. No, this is a thing that we do a couple times a year. And we have had this cauldron for the last 20 plus years and make big pots of soup sometimes.
So is this your first year vending at this fair, or have you been here before?
This is our very first year here at the grammar school.
So far, what would you say you like about vending at this fair?
Well, it's a beautiful spot. It's a perfect day. Everybody's really friendly. Lots of kids. And everybody's really interested in what the heck I'm doing over here. So that's kind of fun. I get to tell them. Pretty much without exception, everybody asks, "What are you doing?" And I get to say, "I'm making soup."
And is there a way for people to find you when you're not at the fair?
There sure is. We are... We're a bakery in East Alstead, and we have a bake shop there. We also vend at the Brattleboro Co-op and at the Brattleboro Winter Farmers Market and the Putney Co-op and a whole bunch of other places.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm here with some very special guests. Would you please tell me your name and the reason that you're here today?
Yes, I am Tori, and I am the teacher of the pre-K here at the grammar school, and I'm happy to be here doing my royal duties.
And my name is Hop. I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science, social studies here at the grammar school, and I am happy to be king.
So, what are your duties today?
Our duties include welcoming children into the royal tent where we will knight them once they've completed a number of activities that we are offering.
And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this particular role for, I think, 8 or 9 years, but I've been working at the medieval fair for about 18 years. I'm a former participant in the dunk tank, for instance.
Well, I am going to follow that up with a favorite part of the fair. I don't know if yours will be the dunk tank, but we'll see.
My favorite part of the fair? I think my favorite part of the fair is standing up here and watching over all of the games and activities that are happening and watching the smiling faces of the kids as they come back up to the midway.
And yours?
Well, other than calling everyone knave, I really enjoy just seeing the community come together. I like to be able to also see many new people who can be welcomed into the community, unfamiliar faces that are just friends we haven't met yet.
Thank you both very much. And now I'm here with one of our guest fighters. What's your name?
Natalia.
And the team that you fight for is?
North Horde.
And that's located out of?
Boston, Massachusetts.
And that was quite a drive for you this morning. Thank you for coming up to support us.
It was a scenic drive. I enjoyed it.
So how long have you been doing Boohurt?
So I've been fighting in armor since last November, so for almost a year now.
Pretty impressive for just a year.
Thank you.
So why do you do Boohurt?
Well, it's number one is definitely helps my mental health. I mean, doing any sport is really good for that, but doing the fighting, I feel like it just has this a little extra, output there. Also, just a great community. I love the people. People are mostly geeks with fighting skills, so it's definitely a lovely community.
Would you say that you have a favorite weapon to use?
Yeah, definitely. I've been enjoying the two-handed axes, which is this is actually the first time I'm going to use this today. I had this axe head for a while, but this is a new handle that my teammate just made for me, so I'm really excited for this.
Your look is superb.
Thank you.
So is there anything that you would say is difficult about the sport for you specifically?
Definitely because I'm a mom. I have 2 kids, so traveling could be challenging. Finding like the babysitting or engaging your kids to come with you to events. So that's pretty much my number one challenge, really.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you again for coming to support us. Speaking with one of my teammates. I have the pleasure of knowing your name, but why don't you tell the folks at home what it is?
My name's Art Comstock.
And how long have you been doing Boohurt?
Since March, I think. Yeah, March of this year.
So it hasn't been too long.
Not very long, no. It's been a good ride, though. It's been fun.
And why do you do Boohurt?
To challenge myself. You know, I like getting out and just trying to push myself. And this does it very, very nicely.
Would you say that you have a favorite weapon so far?
I'm still jumping around, but I'm kind of partial to the little sword that I made.
You do. Art makes very beautiful weapons and armor. You want to tell me about what you're wearing right now?
Well, my cuisses and my greaves and my sabatons I made by myself. After I got the arms, I purchased those and just figured I could make those, so I made the rest.
Pretty impressive. So I heard you mentioning earlier that you have a little bit of a difference between yourself and the rest of the fighters.
I'm a little bit older. I started in this at 51. I really wanted to start at 10, but it wasn't really a thing over here back then. But I'm here now, and I love it. It's great. I meet a great group of people, and I get a workout, and I get to test myself, which is great.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. All right. So we're here for another interview with some more fighters because everybody knows this is our favorite part of the day. Why don't you tell me your names and what you do for the team?
I'm Will, and I guess I fight for the team, and I help run some of our meetups on Sundays and show striking and things like that, and try to give advice on armor. But yeah.
And today you're marshalling.
Oh, you meant like today? Or
No.
you meant like in general?
No.
Oh, yeah, and sometimes I will marshal for the team in events, which is essentially the ref, being a referee. So.
Pretty sure that you also founded the team.
Yeah. So I founded Vermont Armored Combat in 2022, and mainly with the help of Sean and with the help of Colby as well. We have gotten a lot more folks through the door, so to speak, and so I did that too.
And now this lovely person next to me.
I'm Britt, and I am a fighter. I mostly do longsword. Yeah.
Good answer.
Thanks.
A lot shorter than Will's, but that's okay. So why don't you two let me know why you do Boo Hurt?
I do it, there's so many reasons why. But I guess the primary reason is I found something that I like to do with my body. I haven't had that before. And after becoming a parent, I was like, who am I? What am I doing? And so I'm like, oh, yeah, I found something that I really love. And that's outside of being a parent, which is pretty awesome.
And you?
I do Boo Hurt because I like fighting people. I've always liked fighting people. I grew up wanting to fight people, and in most circumstances, that is not a good thing. And then I found Boo Hurt, and I've always really loved swords, and specifically with swords, you really can't fight anyone else safely with swords, except for the sport because there's armor. So I do it because I really like swords and I really like fighting people and I really like moving my body.
And I already know the answer to this, but why don't you let everybody else know what your favorite weapon is?
Longsword. But apparently I also like arming sword and buckler, as I just did the other few minutes ago.
Oh, new discovery today. Yes, that's nice.
Yes.
Longsword as well. I actually have a longsword tattoo to signify that it's just something I never want to not have. And so, yeah, longsword's great. It's the best sword in the world. So,
Have either of you come up against anything that you found to be difficult for you during the sport?
Every practice. We do freaking drills and I'm like, my brain doesn't compute this. So there's a lot of frustration of like getting my body to do the thing that, learning muscle memory. That's been hard. But yeah, I think that's the biggest one. And then like practicing by myself. I like practicing with the team, and when I have to go and do my work by myself, I'm like, I don't want to do this.
And you?
I think logistics and the fact that it's not that popular of a sport compared to like basketball. So as far as like getting people to fight or spar with can be difficult because there's not as many of us. And also planning your time is a little difficult because you can't just pick up a ball and start running. You have to put on all this armor, and it takes like at least a half an hour, and then you start. So I think some of those logistics of like just like keeping up with it as a sport and as like a hobby and as like a practice make it a little more difficult. But it's totally worth it, and armor's really cool, and then you get to geek out about all your armor. So it's, that's pretty fun too.
All right. Thank the both of you so much for the interview. All right. So we're here in the game alley, and we're going to be interviewing somebody else next. So what is your name and what brought you here today?
My name is Bjorn, and my daughter Eleanor goes to school here. She's in the first grade.
What have you brought to present for us today?
Today I have presented you with the snack attack, the apple slingshot, where you can shoot apples, as we'll demonstrate, downrange and hit some of these fantastic targets. And if you knock over the crown, you get a Kingslayer prize.
So exploding apples and prizes. That's pretty cool.
Pretty good way to spend the day.
How long have you been doing this?
Since this morning. I built this about 2 weeks ago, and painted these signs and the targets and everything. And so this is the big unveiling. It's really exciting.
Is this your first year helping out at the fair?
No, this is my third year at the fair. Last year I was a palm reader, and the year before that I was just a patron.
So do we want to show a demonstration? All right.
I'm sure we've seen a couple going in the background. Pick a good, juicy one. Let's get this through. Let's really send some. That's a great one. You got this. Yes. We've had 3 people hit the crown so far.
Oh, so 3 prizes have been given out so far.
That's a good one.
And what are you doing when you're not slinging apples?
Sure. Well, I'm being a father to 2 kids who are both here and having a great time. And also I do web development. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi there. So what is your name and what organization have you brought to the fair today?
My name is Sarah Brennan. I'm from Hidden Nest Farm. We're in Winchester, New Hampshire. This is Gummy Bear, and we do riding lessons and pony rides, and we have Gummy Bear, who's a little nervous. She's never seen flying dragons and things through the air before, but we also have little Molly, who was here last year, and she's giving the little kids rides right now.
How long have you been vending at this fair specifically?
This is only my 2nd year here.
Yeah. And what have you enjoyed so far about this fair?
Well, I love the prep, making costumes and doing fun things like that, and sharing like that with the kids, and having the kids have their first riding experiences. I think that's really enjoyable, like hearing that they've never been on a pony before, and I'm providing that for them, which is pretty cool.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I know, no.